Hey guys, welcome back to the tutorial on understanding Agile, Extreme Programming Part 3. In this video, you will learn about the concept of continuous integration and continuous testing. Traditionally, integration has been the most painful phase a development team goes through. It is because everything that works fine before the integration stops working after the integration for some or other reason, and the blame game begins. We have discussed fail fast, fail cheap mantra in the initial Agile tutorials. Let's apply it to the process of integration. If there are any problems, they must be discovered early because fixing them earlier is cheaper. Let's understand the process of integration and testing in a traditional environment. Step 1. Programmers check in their code in the version control system. Step 2. The testers then pull the code, compile them to create a build file. It could be an exe file or any other format. For example, in this case, consider it as a WAR file for a web project. Next, the WAR file is being deployed to the test web server. Then the test cases are run, test reports are generated. These test reports are then mailed to the developers and the related people. Now tell me, in this entire process, apart from writing the test cases, do you see any place which needs intelligent human intervention? For the sake of simplicity, let's assume there is no exploratory testing being done. The process is mostly mechanical, meaning it needs to be executed by following certain predefined commands, which becomes monotonous after a while. So why not automate them? So for this purpose, we require a tool to manage and control the entire process. The predefined steps can be written as a script in a build file, which is typically an XML file that contains all the commands with required parameters. Next, somebody must read and execute this script. So typically, Ant or Maven can help here. They read these steps one by one and execute. Now let us see the execution with this new arrangement. In the evening, as usual, the programmers to check in their stable working code in the version control system. Then in the midnight or any predefined time, the tool triggers the process. The latest version of the code is pulled out and compiled using commands. Build file is generated. It can be deployed onto the server. If required, the server can be restarted using commands. Now one essential thing required here is test automation, without which continuous testing will not be possible. The test automation tool is then triggered for execution of test cases. As an outcome, test report is generated. Mail server configuration helps in sending automated email to the predefined distribution list. In this case, test report will be sent. Now, next day, in the morning, when the programmers walk in, they get the test report ready for the code they checked in on the previous day while leaving the office. How cool is that? Additionally, we can add unit testing framework and code analyzer tool to the whole arrangement. The job of this tool here is to coordinate with all the other tools who carry out specific functionality. The CI tools are highly configurable. The series of steps which are configured in the tool for this process is called as pipeline. The pipeline can be configured for go or no-go condition, also known as gates. For example, if we do not want a code to go live where code coverage is less than say 90%, then this can be configured as getting condition. The CI tool will stop here and human intervention will be required. The tool can be configured for the integration testing several times a day if required. So XP says if integration testing is important, then we will integrate and test several times a day. Now with that, we have completed our discussion on top 5 core XP practices. I will discuss in more detail about the differences between continuous integration, continuous delivery and continuous deployment under DevOps video.
Thank you for watching. Please leave your feedback comments. You may subscribe the channel for future updates.